PYT 952 coming up. We'll be right back in just a moment. All right, guys, here we go with our Cosmic Chrome. Chrome Cosmic autos are possible. We'll have the nucleus refractors in here. Planetary pursuits are possible as well. We're on a still good streak of hitting those, but it's been a little while, so maybe we can start hitting them again. Get those guesses in for the flare on that nuclear refractor. Next after this one is Prospect Edition Baseball. That's a 3 hobby box break for 2025 Prospect Edition Baseball. We got Christian Campbell, Max Fried, Stella Nova, Dylan Cruz, we got Colton Cowser, Augustin Ramirez, Michael Harris, Ultraviolet Ben Rice, Mackenzie Gore. We got 6 more breaks after this one. Marcelo Meyer, Caleb Durbin, Nick Kurtz out of 50. Nice hit there. Extraterrestrial out of 50, Chase Meredith. Hit for the A spot. Nick Enright, Josh Chisholm, Nick Kurtz again, Spencer Strider. Get those guesses in for the player on the nucleus for 20 in credit. We have Vinny Pasquantino, Carlos Correa, Ryan Bliss out of 199. Nick Abel. That's back. There's our nucleus refractor. At least one of them. We'll save that to the end. That'll be the guess. Who's ever on that one will be the guess for the break. Salvador Perez, Trace Sweeney. Man, how about that? There we go. We're back. Planetary Pursuit. We hit a Mars James Wood for the Nationals. Congrats to the Nationals spot. A big hit for the Nationals. James Wood, Planetary Pursuit, Mars. Congrats on that. We got a lot of good boxes of this. There's Cal Raleigh. Next pack. Get those guesses in for the player on the last nucleus. And then we got Tariq Skubal, Sugano, Marcelo Meyer, Cody Bellinger. Stephen Kwan, Carlos Martinez, Hoyt Ramos, Christian Walker. Prospect of Dickey, Chris Sale, Jackson Jobe, Jackson Churio, Francisco Lindor. That's crazy because we buy them by the box. We don't buy like cases of them really. Brent Rooker, Jacob Wilson, Paul Skeens, Kyle Manzardo, Luis Arraez, Julio Rodriguez, Chase Dolander, Mike Trout. Upload these real fast. Again, guys, we did have a couple spots tonight. The link is in the chat if any of those remain. You can get 10% off using the code at checkout. Make sure you guys bookmark that future break schedule page as well. Go in there and buy spots in those breaks we have listed. We'll be getting a schedule together for Monday. Max Scherzer, Vlad Jr., Mason Wynn out of 99. Nick Yorkie. Still can get your guesses in for the player on the nucleus refractor. There's Alan Roden, Edwin Diaz, Marcelo Meyer, Shota Imanaga. Robert Hassel, Victor Mesa, Denzel Clark, Drew Thorpe. Special rookie pack there. Jaron Duran, Adele Amador. And then we got a star clusters, Braves, Yankees, and Giants. That is Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, Willie Mays. Let's see if anybody owns two or more of those teams. Giants. I'm gonna say it's the Yankees and Braves. Wow, I think we have three different owners. Okay, I'll find the Braves. Yeah, we do. So that'll get random at the end. David Festa. Sorry, it took me so long to figure that out. Austin Riley, Ha-Seong Kim, Zach Mean, Brian Buxton. We got 3 packs left plus our nucleus packs set aside. We have star clusters are random at the end. Jackson Churio, Brooks Baldwin, Freak Screwball, Aaron Nola, Kyle Schwarber, Will Smith, Willie Adames, Freddie Peralta, Dallas Garcia, Junior Caminero, Jackson Holiday, Mason Wynn. All right, here's our nucleus refractor pack. We got another star cluster that's going to the Red Sox. Chandler Simpson rookie, Dustin Harris, and Edgar Cuero for the White Sox as the guest of the break. Let's random this star clusters, Braves, Yankees, Giants. We get the list randomizer pulled up here. The Braves, Yankees. All right, let's roll the dice. I'm going to randomize it 5 and 4, 9 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and our ninth and final time, 9 times, going to the Yankees. Let's see for the star cluster. All right, the Yankees will get the Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, Willie Mays. We got Mason Wynn out of 99. Cuero was our guest of the break. Stellanova, Dylan Cruz, Nick Kurtz out of 50. The extraterrestrial. Brian Bliss out of 199. And then we hit the Planetary Pursuit of James Wood out of Mars. James Wood, nice hit there for the Nationals. Numbered Nick Kurtz, James Wood, Planetary Pursuit. Very nice break right there. We move on to break number 3 now, which is our Prospect Edition Baseball. The 3 hobby box break. We are full in this one. We should have 12 autos. You guys are guessing the player on 12 autos out of here for 20 credit. Guess the player on the last of those 12 autos. You can earn yourself 20 in credit. Here's our list. Your names are on the left, teams are on the right. We'll be right back with 9:55 in just a moment. All right, guys, here we go with our Prospect Edition break PYT 9:50. 4 autos per box, 6 packs, 8 cards per pack. box. All right, here we go. Good luck to everybody. This one, get those guesses in for the player on the last auto. Here's Blake Mitchell, Luis Angel Acuna. There's our auto right there. Malcolm Moore going to Texas. Ante Nori, Cam Caminetti, James Wood out of 199. Caleb Lays, Jacob Wilson around that pack out. The booms are possible in here. We pulled one out of the 2024 product the other night. Edgar Cuero and Antonio Jimenez. We have Drew Beam on the Hollow Prospects ticket signatures. The team is Drew Beam. Drew Beam. As the Royals. Drew Beam is going to the Royals. Like Noah Schultz. Careful Farrell out of 299. Josh Flores, Cam Caminetti. We have Mitch Jebb, Johnny King, Aaron Judge, Liam Doyle, Nate Snead, Billy Amick. And then we got a 99. Jacob Wilson, Evia Arquette. Back. The Yankees got the star cluster Yankees. Riley Kelly, Mason Adams, Noah Schultz, Kate Anderson out of 79 on the pink velocity. Bryce Renier out of 299. Marcus Phillips, Malcolm Moore, and Devin Taylor. Chase Burns, Young Kim, Cam Canarella, the Blue Chips. Mac Horvath out of 199. Tyler Bremer, Drew Burris, Michael Olavito, Zion Anderson. Next pack. J.P. Middleton, Carson Benji, Gage Wood auto going to Philadelphia. It's a red bordered auto. This will be numbered out of 199. Drew Beam, Calvin Klein. We got out of 199. Joseph DeZora, Brady Abel, Tyson Witherspoon. Braden Taylor out of 299. Jason Hill, Nick Potter, Ike Irish, Xavier Arquette, Zantello. Ethan Conrad, Mark Houston, George Lombard, Chase Shores, Jesus Mate, Peter Cluso, Cole Craig, Charles Davalin out of 79, Bryce Eldridge. Then we have Brandon Summer. Matt Shaw, Brady House, Ethan Salas, J.P. Middleton out of 199. Luke Stevenson out of 99. Dean Livingston, Mickey Becker, Nick Kurtz, rookie. Get your guesses in for the player on the last auto. You can earn yourself 20 in credit. Phoenix Football Preferred's coming up next. Luke Stevenson, Cade Anderson. Ooh, there's a nice franchise futures auto. That's out of 99. That's Kyle Teal. going to the White Sox. Kyle Teal for the White Sox. Nice hit there for the White Sox. We got J.P. Middleton on the blue out of 149. Sasaki, Clinton Collins out of 99. Braylon Darty and Mason White. About halfway through this one. Kevin Feen, Jimmy Arnold, Kalen Culpepper. Cecile, Slade Caldwell, Schoolcraft out of 199. Ryan Walderschmidt, Hester Kirstead. Henry Lane, Andrew Painter, Chase Davis, Lee Montgomery, Max LU, and the blue auto there. 75. Alex King, Luke Stevenson, Jace LaViolet, and Phoenix Preferred coming up next. Break number 3. We got Gavin Clarn, Kemp Alderman, and Tucci Braylon Payne out of 199. Ike Irish, the 199s, John Gamble, Schoolcraft, and Bowker. Zaire Hope, Chase Petty. Another redemption here. This is going to be Drew Beam on the hollow ticket signatures. Casey Cunningham, Jojo Parker on the 299, Braden Taylor, Jadixon Paez, Johnny Slowinski. Christian Waldrop, Billy Amick, Josh Hartle, Ante Nori out of 39, Ethan Holiday, Charlie Condon, Asian Kim, Bubba Chandler. Brody Becht, Max Bialu, Cam Cantrella on the blue chips on the Miami. We got blue parallel of Ty Floyd out of 149. Jacob Wilson out of 49. Eli Willits. Eli Willits, nice one there. Kyle Teal, Mizorowski. We got 2 packs left before we move on. Phoenix Preferred. Steele Hall, Blake Burke, Daniel Pierce, Andrew Fitchner, Arquette, then Natello out of 199, Horvath, and Jordan Yost. And we have 1 more pack left. Either Daniel Pierce was the last auto, or we might have one here. Brock Wilkins, Chandler Simpson, Ethan Hedges, Darren Baker, Antonio Jimenez was the guest of the break out of 199. Our final auto, Ben Hess, prepping for the pros, Genti, and Steven Hernandez. Let's top load and recap. So Jimenez was the guest of the break. This was 2025 Prospects Edition Baseball. Daniel Pierce, Jimenez out of 199. Drew Beam, Canarella. We got Lilu out of 75. Kalen Culpepper on the base. Franchise Futures out of 99. Kyle Teal for the White Sox. Zantello on the base. Cage Wood on the red out of 199. We had Drew Beam. We got 2 Drew Beams. Cam Canarella and Malcolm Moore to end it. All right, that does it for Prospects Edition. What did we say, Drew Beam? I forgot what team. The Beam team. Let's see. The Royals. Yeah, Drew Beam. So 2 Drew Beam autos going to the Royals in that break. Both redemptions. Make sure you redeem those in a timely manner once you get them. Don't want them to expire on you. Out of PYT 954. This is Prospect, or sorry, Speed's Preferred. Replacing the Prospect Edition. Hold that list up. Get your guesses in for the player on the auto in this one for 20. Z down here with the Jets. PYT 954 coming up next. All right, guys, here we go with PYT 954. Phoenix box. Pack number 1. We have Tyler Warren. And we have Tyler Warren on the Rookie Phenom patch of $6.99. There's Tua, Dan Fouts, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. Here you get is in for the player on the auto next for 20 in credit. There's James Pierce, Tyler Warren, Tyler Warren, Michael Pittman, Tank Bigsby, Trey Benson. Tyler Luke, Kyle Shanahan, that is going to be out of 189. Justin Fields, Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill. What is up next? Probably one of our optic breaks. Talking about the optic football hobbies coming up next. We did have a team left in that one when we went live. There's a link in the chat if it's still available. Jalen Noel, Derrick Henry, E. Higgins, Chase Brown, George Pickens. That link is pinned in the chat. There's a code to get 10% off any of the remaining teams tonight. Darius Alexander, Calvin Ridley, Bijan Robinson, Taysom Hill, Chris Godwin. Back. We have Abdul Carter and the Mim here. No, rookie patch auto, rookie phenom, Jalen Royals. That is out of 199 for the Chiefs. Nice hit for the Chiefs spot. Corey Holtz, Derrick Henry, Roderick Thomas. Let's stop those these and we'll finish the rest of the break. All right, here we go. Next pack. Jalen Walker, Travis Kelce out of 189. Jordan Love, Patrick Mahomes, Geno Smith. Terrence Ferguson, Javon Curse, Deshaun Jackson, Travis Kelce, Marquise Brown. Shamar Stewart, Justin Jefferson, Calvin Austin, Jordan Brooks, Calais Campbell, Riley Leonard, Travis Hunter out of 125, DeAndre Swift, Saquon Barkley, Donnie Mitchell. Again, Optic Internet or Optic Hobbies coming up next, followed by International Hobby after that. Harriet Smith, JJ McCarthy, Calvin Ridley, Lexico Burris, Vonta Smith, Jalen Lane, Steve Spurrier, Austin Eckler, Jamar Chase, Xavier Legette. Let's top load a recap. Move on to our final 4 breaks tonight. We got 3 optic breaks and a totally certified premium break coming up. Travis Kelce out of 189. Travis Hunter out of 125. Kyle Shanahan out of 189. Jalen Royals on the rookie phenom patch auto out of 199. Rookie phenom patch of Tyler Warren out of 699. Go to our next break here. See if we still sold this one out or not. This is our optic hobby box break. Got 2 teams left when we went live. We still have 2 teams left. Okay, so the final 2 teams are the Colts and Falcons in this one. Again, this is 2025 Optic Hobby PYT 935. Grab the Falcons, grab the Colts. We'll be right back with this one in just a moment. All right, guys, here we go. Grab the Falcons, grab the 20 packs, 4 cards per pack, 1 auto, 20 rated rookie. Empty box. Jalen Walker, Leonard Williams, Sam Darnold, Buda Baker, Jalen Lane, Kyron Williams on the blue out of 249, TJ Hawkinson, David Njoku, RJ Harvey, Chris Godwin, Leonard Williams, Josh Downs, Trey Amos, Trey McBride out of 299, Daniel Carlson, Xavier Legette, TJ Sanders, Justin Herbert, Art Monk, Ramondre Stevenson, Jalen Noel, Kyle Williams on the strong emojis or muscle emoji there. DK Metcalf, Jameson Williams, the spray numbered out of 199. Up next after this one's Optic International Hobby. Get your guesses in for the player on the last auto in this one: Tommy Mellett, Patrick Mahomes, James Cook, Ozzie Newsome. DJ Giddens, Randy Moss, Sam Laporta, Mike Evans, Russian Schlesinger, Rashad Bateman, out of 75, Pat Fryermuth, Zach Charbonnet, Luther Burden, Jalen Warren out of 349. John Elway, Jacoby Myers. Trey Henderson. There's our auto, Jade Barron, the blue auto out of 50, 14 out of 50 going to the Broncos. An auto his out of something the other day as well, it seemed like. There's Geno Smith, Tony Dorsett. Jade Barron, Charles Woodson, A.J. Brown, Aaron Rodgers. God Campbell, Justin Fields out of 149. C.J. Stroud, Tyler Algier. Jaden Higgins, Kurt Warner out of 249. Mark Brunell, Torrey Holt. International Hobbies up next. Certified Football Premium Optic H2. That's a 2-box break to end it. There's Kyle McCord, Rashee Rice, Russell Wilson, Alvin Kamara. Got about 5 packs left here. And we'll top load and recap. Darren Martinez, Kendra Lambert Smith out of 299. Brennan Davis, Khalil Mack. Eric Harmon, Taj Brooks, Brees Hall, Luke Kuechly. Kenneth Grant, Jalen Hurts, DeAndre Swift, Jalen Ramsey. That's Mason Taylor. Leo Mullings out of 349. Donovan McNabb, TJ Watt. Final pack, we got a 6th one here. That is Caleb Johnson. And look at that. All-time signature. We got an extra signature. Yancey Thigpen. A thick card right there. Out of 50. 3 out of 50. Nice hit for the Bills spot. Or Bill. The Steelers spot. Yancey Thigpen. The name I haven't heard in a long time, but that's a clean looking card. Nice looking auto. Yancey Thigpen right there. On the all-time 3 out of 50. Nice hit. Don't see the extra autos in Optic often. Josh Jacobs, Eric Dickerson. Let's top load, recap, then we'll move on to the Optic International hobby. Okay, guys, bookmark that future break schedule page. You can see all the breaks we have listed on eBay there. You'll also see our schedules as we put them together. Grab your spots, grab your teams, and any and all breaks we have remaining. With these top load, we'll do our recap. Donruss Optic International hobbies coming up next. Quite a few here to top load still. You guys are guessing a player on the last Red Stars parallel out International Hobby. If you guys want to start getting those guesses in for the player on the last Red Stars parallel, you get 20 in credit if you guess correctly. All right, let's do our recap now. We got everything top loaded. We had Kyron Williams. He was out of 249. Trey McBride out of 299. Kyle Williams out of 199. Rashad Bateman out of 75. Jalen Warren out of 349. Justin Fields out of 149. Kurt Warner out of 249. Kendra Lambert Smith out of 299. Khalil Mullings out of 349. Jahade Barron out of 50 on the auto. And Yancey Thigpen on the all-time out of 50 as well for the Steelers. Nice box of Optic Hobby. Now it's time for our International Hobby. We got 2 more optic breaks after this. The international, and then we got the H2, and plus we have our certified in between. All right, international hobbies coming up next. Get the guesses in for the player on the last red stars parallel. You do not have to be in the break to guess. Here is our names are on the left, teams are on the right. Z is there with the Jets in the bottom spot. We'll be right back with PYT 956 in just a moment. All right, here we go with our international hobby. We should have 2 red stars parallels per box. 20 packs, 4 cards per pack, similar to the hobby, just no guaranteed auto. Autos are possible. We pulled autos out of here. So are the downtowns, uptowns, and the duos. There's our empty box. The Vinny Testaverde, Nico Collins, Emeka Ibuka, Jim Kelly, Bijan Robinson, Doug Williams, Quinshon Judkins, Carl Eller, Michael Penix, Studies Keon Coleman, Josh Allen, Derek Carr, Hines Ward. Totally certified. Premiums up next. PYT 925. There's Puka Nakua, Roma Dunze, Tyler Shug, Josh Allen. Calvin Ridley, Isaiah Likely, Josh Jacobs, Micah Parsons, Ed Reed, Keon Coleman, Josh Allen again, Tony Dorsett, AJ Brown, Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, Mike Evans, Zach Charbonnet, James Cook, Sam Laporta, Shador Sanders, Chris Jones, Cooper Kupp, Malik Neighbors, Hunter Henry, T. Higgins, Ricky Williams, Kyron Williams, Dante Culpepper, Calvin Johnson, Rich Gannon, Mark Andrews, Jackson Dart, Jacoby Myers. So time to get those guesses in for the player on the last red stars parallel. We got Myles Garrett. There's one of them. Tetaroa McMillan, Shax Thompson, Jordan Addison. David Montgomery, Quinn Ewers, Marquise Brown, Ozzie Newsome. Braylon Allen, Kenneth Walker, Jackson Dart, Mike Evans. Doug Williams, Amarian Hampton, Mike Evans, Zach Charbonnet. Marvin Harrison, Abdul Carter, Zach Charbonnet, Kurt Warner. We have Tyreek Hill, Jim Kelly on our red stars, our last red stars parallel. Devon Achane, Devin Hester, 3 packs left. Justin Herbert, Brandon Ayuk, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jamar Chase. Eli Manning, Tetaroa McMillan, Trent Green, Rashad Bateman. Steven Jackson, Cortland Sutton, Jalen Milroe, and Mike Williams to end it. Our Red Stars parallel, Jim Kelly was our guest. And the Jim Kelly, and we got Tedero McMillan. Couple nice Red Stars parallels here. And that'll do it for our International Hobby Box. Very nice. Totally Certified is coming up next. You can see if we sold out on these. Totally Certified Premium. We have one spot left. The Commanders. Get your guesses in for the player on the last auto. Someone who wants to chase the Jaden Daniels. Grab the Commanders. We'll be right back with PYT 925 in just a moment. All right, here we go with our last break of the night. Somebody grab the, or not the last break, second to last. Grab the Command. PYT 925, our totally certified 1 auto, 2 mins per box, 10 packs, 6 cards per pack. Get those guesses in for the player on the last auto for 20 in credit. 50 bucks. We got Jordan Travis, Stephon Diggs, Natron Means, Brees Hall, out of 75, 75 out of 75. Aaron Jones, DeAndre Swift. Lad McConkey, Jazir Newton out of 99. Najee Harris out of 149. Drake London, Alvin Kamara, T. Higgins. Javon Bullard, Matthew Stafford out of 149. Certified Teddy, there's Najee Harris, C.J. Stroud, Rashad White, Justin Herbert. Harry and Arnold, George Pickens, Kurt Warner. We have Gold Team Jordan Addison out of 249 on the red version there. Tyron Williams, Russell Wilson. Optic H2 is coming up next. Blake Corum, Tyler Newman, Jordan Addison on the Gold Team out of 249. Double Jordan Addison, Brock Purdy, Anthony Richardson, Treylon Burks. Top load, then we'll finish the rest. Commerce Optic H2 Hobby Box Break. It's a 2-box break. Is coming up next. That's our last break of the night. Max Milton, Ryan Thomas Jr., Michael Penix Gold Team, Jamar Chase, George Pickens, Stephon Diggs, and Byron Murphy. Red Drew Brees out of 249. The mighty Derrick Henry, TJ Watt, Tank Dell, DeAndre Hopkins. Dallas Turner, Blue Khalil Mack out of 149. We have an auto of Keyshawn Butte out of 50, 42 out of 50. Is going to the Patriots. Okay, auto. All right. Max Crosby, Bijan Robinson, Derek Carr. 2 packs left. Joe Milton. We got Garrett Wilson out of 75. Another die cut for the Jets. Xavier Worthy. DK Metcalf on the blue. That is out of 199. We have Romeo Dobbs and Chris Godwin in our final pack of the break. We got one more break left tonight, guys. Stick with us. We'll do the Opic H2 in a moment. Jared Verse, Xavier Worthy out of 149. Ray Lewis. And how about a Roma Dunze certified Hero version out of 35 patch right there? 2-color patch as well. We have DJ Moore, Devonta Smith. All right, let's top load and recap, and then we're going to move on to our final break of the night. All right, we have Drew Brees out of 249. Khalil Mack out of 149. Garrett Wilson out of 75. DK Metcalf out of 199. Xavier Worthy out of 149. Our Mem of Roma Dunze out of 35. Reese Hall out of 75. Jason Newton out of 99. Najee Harris out of 149. Matthew Stafford out of 149. Jordan Addison out of 249 of the gold team. And how about 2 of them out of 249? Keyshawn Butte was our auto out of 50. A certified box there. Low numbered hits in there. And we move on to our final break of the night. Get those guesses in for the player on the last numbered parallel out of this. One is full. You down here with the Broncos. PYT 951 coming up next. All right, guys, we got our H2 boxes. Mojo Parallels, we got 5 of them. Your guess the player on the last of the Mojo Parallels. We got 5 in each box. Empty box. Empty box there. Here we go, pack number 1. Jimmy Horn Jr., Jackson Dart, Tyreek Hill, Blake Grupe. Ty Felton, Andrew Mabuka, Todd Brooks, Marius Knight. Reds are not numbered. It's the blue. I keep forgetting. Ray Harris. Tajay Spears. Jalen Milroe. Colt Kmet. Andres Borgalas. Talik Williams. Tyler Algier out of 55. Kenneth Walker. With those guesses in for the player on the last Mojo parallel for 20 credit, Matthew Golden, Lotto Joe, Jack Thompson, Jamal Charles, Robbie Outs, Tyler Shug, Dylan Sampson on the red, Marvin Harrison, Elijah Arroyo, Riley Leonard, Chain Reactions, J.J. McCarthy, of the 8 chain on the Chain Reactions, Michelle Tootin, Izuka Ara, Brock Purdy, Justin Herbert, Kyle Williams on the Mojo. Primary colors of Tedero McMillan, Brock Purdy. And this is the last break of the night. We will be back on Monday. Cam Scatabo, Maxwell Harrison, Justin Jefferson on the blue out of 55 for the Vikings. Mark Andrews. Bit of downtown, uptown. Something here. Let's see. Twins. Gene Reed, Shador Sanders, Lamar Jackson. Got 5 packs left. Trevor Etienne, Calvin Johnson, David Montgomery, Terrell Suggs, Colston Loveland, Dylan Gabriel, Colson Loveland on the Mojo, Myles Garrett. Last 3 packs coming up. We have Riley Leonard, on Kendre Lambert Smith, Tedero McMillan, Braylon Allen. You got 2 packs left. Leda Joe, Dylan Sampson, Tedero McMillan, Dylan Gabriel on the red Mojo. Last pack of the night. Looks like Dylan Gabriel might be the guest break. Nope, we got one more. Demetrius Knight Jr., Trevor Etienne, and we have Kyron Williams and J.K. Dobbins to end it. Let's top load and do our recap of our Mojos there. Trevor Etienne was the guest of the break. We will be back on Monday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. A nice night of breaks. Got some good hits out of some of this stuff. Got another Planetary Pursuit. Like 6 or 7 of those. Seems like we've hit. Right, just 10 or 15 breaks, you know. Look at these top loaded. We'll do our recap, then we will sign off for the night. All right, we have the Demetrius Knight, Tyler Algier out of 55. We had Oladio, Dylan Sampson, Riley Leonard, Kyle Williams, Justin Jefferson out of 55. There was Colston Loveland for the Bears, Dylan Gabriel, and Trevor Etienne, our guests of the break. All right, guys, that does it for all 8 breaks tonight. I appreciate everybody hopping in. We will be back on Monday. Have a great